Why and how will you turn the key learning with monsoons in fundamental management to be good entrepreneurs? To answer the question as to why we should turn the key learning with monsoons in fundamental management to be a good entrepreneurs, I want to go back to the age of agriculture. During that time, the most important factors in the production process were human resources and time. This is reflected in the fact that in certain regions with a shortfall in this resource, such as Southeast Asia's wars were fight not for territory, but for people. This remained the case until the Industrial Revolution, when mechanization technology, particularly the steam engine, revolutionized the long-established production process. Yet, this revolution was arguably limited. Workers' conditions in these factories were hellish, and there were unnecessary losses in terms of efficiency and human resources. Whether through lack of proper training, an efficient production process, or outright loss through the death of workers. Therefore, technology alone cannot fully revolutionize the production process to achieve its fullest potential. To do so, we require a combination of technology, a sound fundamental management process, as well as investment in people. Arguably, the first entrepreneur that achieved success in this combination was Henry Ford, the Ford Motor Company in the United States. The Ford's key contribution was the evolution of assembly line, where parts were added as the semi-finished assembly moves from workstation to workstation, until the final assembly. In this case, the Ford Model T is produced. Using this process, a finished product can be assembled faster with less labor than by having workers manually carry parts to a stationary piece for assembly. This basic process has become the norm in industry, both large, such as in weapons manufacture, as well as small, such as the clock making. Most importantly, this process not only reduced the money, time, and manpower required to build cars, but also resulted in the reduction of the product's price. For the first time in history, motor vehicles became affordable to the masses. Eventually, Ford built a Model T every 24 seconds as opposed to one every 12 hours, and sold more than 15 million worldwide by 1927, accounting for half of all automobiles sold. This availability was supported by Ford's investment in people. In 1914, Ford instituted the $5 workday, a significant wage at the time, which enabled his employees to buy the vehicles they built. The move created loyalty among Ford workers and is credited with giving rise to a new middle class of consumers, unencumbered by geography, free to travel the open roads, to live as they pleased, and to chase the American dreams. In Fordism, we see the successful combination of technology, a new management concept, and investment in people. This is what creates a successful entrepreneur. While advanced economies are moving on from the industrial age, this basic combination still remains the same. It's just that instead of talking about, say, assembly line technology, we're starting to talk about simulation technology. Indeed, even Ford is incorporating this new technology into its production process through the virtual factory concept, a simulation technology that has improved the quality and reduced costs in real-world manufacturing through the creation and analysis of computer simulations of the complete vehicle production process. However, we do not need to be a big company like Ford to utilize simulation technology. Even new entrepreneurs can make use of this technology. especially to avoid common mistakes and reduce risks. So, Monsoon Sim is an obvious example. So how can we utilize this technology to support entrepreneurs? When we talk about Monsoon Sim, the first thing that comes to mind are the storms that first-time entrepreneurs will encounter and the losses that they may incur. The heart of Monsoon Sim is precisely to give the chance for new entrepreneurs to encounter these common problems that every successful entrepreneur will encounter in a simulated environment, where the only thing that will increase is the experience rather than their financial losses. In addition, like Fortism, this technology is integrated with a knowledge of fundamental management. In this case, the 8 ways downtime. The concept is aimed at productivity improvement that will reduce losses through lean, efficient management of each step of the production process. The key concept is the acronym downtime, where each letter stands for a concept that may lead to unnecessary loss for the new entrepreneurs. These losses include defect loss from flawed manufacturing process that produce defective goods which cannot be released to market, overproduction loss from producing a larger than necessary amount of products that cannot be sold due to low demand, waiting loss due to inconsistencies in the production process where one part may be unable to keep up with another, non-use of team ideas loss, which stems from an inefficient use of available human resources and their ideas, transportation loss from unnecessary movements of goods and materials, inventory loss, where there is too much stock that should have either been used in the production process or sold, motion loss from the inefficient use of tools in the production process, and finally extra processing loss, where there are too many unnecessary processes in the production line, which undermines efficiency. Taken together, these spell out the acronym downtime. If entrepreneurs can become aware of the key learning of a downtime, then it will be easier for them to conceive solutions. These include the effective implementation of a problem-solving process, a just-in-time resources, and product delivery system, appropriate adjustments in the relative speed of the production process, and an effective human resources development policy. Budding entrepreneurs can also think about the most efficient plant layout and consider the use of management techniques such as Kanban, value stream mapping, and manufacturing sales. Taken together, the simulation allows entrepreneurs to really think about the production and marketing chain in a comprehensive manner, thereby avoiding the common traps that can sink even the most promising ideas. To conclude, we should turn the key learning in the Monsoon Sim fundamental management model to encourage good entrepreneurs, because effective management has been historically proven to be critical to the success of new industries, as can be seen from the case of Ford. As to how we can turn the key learning into a meaningful exercise for startup entrepreneurs, we should establish a realistic scenario for the simulation that will allow the entrepreneurs to think about how fundamental principles such as downtime can apply to their business and what happens if they do or do not take these factors into consideration. In this way, a realistic approach can be encouraged but without real losses, while allowing entrepreneurs the experience that will allow them to avoid the most common traps for starting businesses. Thank you.